Hi guys, it's Stephanie again, and I wanted to point out something that I learned today while I was reading about Abraham, because the last video I did was about Abraham, and I ended up reading the whole chapter of Genesis 18, and I found something very interesting in here that, yes, I've heard this many times before, and you probably have too, but I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. So I guess I didn't realize that right after Jesus was visiting with Abraham, he was going to Sodom and he was going to see if there was any righteous. And I didn't realize how close in time frame that was to that whole scenario. So as I was reading, this is what it said. Then the men rose from there and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to send them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am doing? Since Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I have known him in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of the Lord to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring to Abraham what he has spoken to him. So this right here is interesting because he says, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am doing? So what it's saying is, I'm going to tell Abraham what I am doing, which is what he tells us. He tells us what he's doing beforehand so that we will not be in the dark when it comes, right? With his revelation and all the scriptures he's given us about the future and prophecy. And then the Lord said, verse 20, and the Lord said, Because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grave, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it that has come to me, and if not, I will know. Then the men turned away from there and went toward Sodom, but Abraham still stood before the Lord. And Abraham came near and said, Would you also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Suppose there were 50 righteous within the city. Would you also destroy the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous that were in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing as this, to slay righteous with the wicked, so that the righteous should be as the wicked. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? So that right there is what I wanted to point out. Okay, so all these views of the rapture and people saying that we are going to be here during that. Well, if we're made righteous in Christ Jesus, he is our righteousness. He has imputed righteousness to us through dying on the cross. Then will he not do what he said he would do? Is he going to, right here, it says, far be it from you to do such a thing as this, to slay the righteous with the wicked, so that the righteous should be as the wicked. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? So he is going to remove his church. This proves it right here, because he is the judge and he will do right. So the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. So listen to that. First of all, he prophesied in Revelation all the things that would come on the earth, and they will happen. So he is not going to renege on that because there's righteous people here. What he's going to do is he's going to take the righteous out. He's going to remove us from it, because we cannot be here for him to be the righteous judge and bring judgment on this land. So on this earth. And so that I just wanted to point that out. It really hit me in a different way than I have ever read this before. And I just saw that because I'd always focused on Abraham asking, dwindling the number down more and more. And it goes all the way down to the number 10. If you find 10 righteous, and we know that he removes Lot because he was righteous. So he removed Lot. So he didn't find many, obviously, because Lot and his family, those were the only ones going, and that wasn't that many people. But he didn't even let those people be destroyed. So it's just when people try to place the church and the righteousness of God in the judgment of God, it does not make any sense. We have the righteousness of Jesus Christ. Therefore, we will not be here in the tribulation. So look up, people. We're going home soon. He's coming soon, and we just need to remember that. And if you want to, just go read Genesis 18 and you will be uplifted. I'm telling you, it is awesome. And I pray that this blesses you as much as it blessed me, because it totally just confirmed in me even more than I had understood before. So I hope and pray that this blesses your heart. And I pray that those of you who have not accepted Jesus, have not believed that he died for your sin, he rose again, and he was buried and rose again on the third day. It is a gift of God. It is not of yourselves. Your righteousness comes from Jesus, from what he did. It is not about you and what you can do to save yourself. It is about what he did and believing what he did, so that you can be saved and you can escape the wrath that is to come, just as Lot escaped because God removed him from it. And it says right here, God is righteous. Jesus is a righteous judge. He is going to do right, because he is right. That is how it is. So believe today, because it is coming soon, and the time is at hand. I will talk to you guys later. Be blessed. I love you. Have a great day.